Hi everyone, how you all doing? Well, this is actually quite a nice experience for me because I finally get my hands on an M140i, which, as many of you will know, I am a massive car guy, and these cars are pretty well known in the community, and it's nice to actually be around one up close and personal. And yeah, in some ways it's different from working on just a normal 1 Series because you know what's under the bonnet. That's the main thing. It sounds really good. I'll probably add a little sound clip to this later on. But I've got the car in for ambient lights as well. And I know I have done a video previously on a 1 Series. The differences here is going to be 1, this is a facelift, so it's slightly different on the dashboard. And 2, I've actually learned a better way of doing the ambient lights on a 1 Series. So that's what I'm going to basically do on this car, where it turns on and off with the actual headlights. So when it gets dark, the lights will automatically turn on. And when it's bright outside, they'll turn off. So it's a couple of nice little differences. I'll kind of go through it all as much as I can, bit by bit. I'll focus more on the actual ambient light install instead of just showing you guys what I'm removing and stuff like that. But I will quickly brush over that for you all. So without further ado, let me show you guys what the car looks like right now. So everyone, this is what the door looks like at the moment. We're going to basically follow this seam all the way across here as I've done with the other 1 Series. This one's different because it is actually the leather material, which actually does look quite nice. It matches the rest of the door quite nicely. It's got Harman Kardon speakers actually. That's good. Now this is the main difference over here, which is the interior. On the other 1 Series, you have the whole piece that goes across, whereas this one is just in the center. So what I'm going to need to look at doing is removing that piece and possibly also removing the radio here, just so I can kind of feed in the ambient lighting and stuff. And yeah, also going to do it all the way across down here. This is going to be the bit that's going to take me the longest, so I'm probably going to start here. First up with removing everything down here, and then removing all the main dash stuff. So this piece is kind of a bit easier. So we first got to pull off this, which will allow us to also access all this area. So I'm gonna basically just work on this. So everyone, it's kind of saw I've removed this piece earlier, like, you know, putting the little piece in here and lifting it up. But the big difference between the pre-facelift and the facelift is there's a screw over here, which, let me see which size it is. I think it might be a T20 or T15 actually. Let me see if my T20 works. So it's a T20. Now you have to lift off the button control just over here to get access to it. But once you loosen that, I could just feel it was really tight and tense over here, so I thought I'd lift the buttons up just to kind of have a look. And I'm pretty sure that was the one thing that was holding it in. While I've got access to it, I'm also going to just remove this screw here as well. But right, oh, look at that, nice and easy now. It's funny that, it's funny how that one screw was causing such an annoyance, but there's one big difference between this version and the pre-facelift, so I'm glad I could show you all that. But right, let's disconnect everything. So we're gonna have a couple of wires here, one for the cigarette lighter, which is just back here, another one that goes through this little clip piece here, and this is kind of for the ambient lighting, I think, coming through. There we go. And then we can take that whole thing off. So that's it. That's the main access that I needed over here. Up next, gonna look at removing everything at the top here. So that starts off with removing this trim, and then removing everything over here for the radio as well. I'm actually going to be looking at doing a quick little install for the owner, which is for Apple CarPlay. So basically making sure Apple CarPlay can work, but I need to connect a wire in for him at the back of the radio. So I'm not going to really be doing all the coding for it, but he'll be able to at least have everything set up, so it's not going to cause him too much stress. But yeah, let's jump into that now. So I hope this is a good view for everyone. So up next, gotta look at getting in behind this trim piece here. So starting off from this side. Right, there we go. Nowhere near as easy as the pre-facelift, but it's all right. There we go. Then bring this forward, unclip this, which I think it just slides out there. This clip just here. Those two are off. And we've got two T20s just behind here. And that will allow us to remove this entire piece. There we go. It's kind of like just removing the face of it all. We've got these two just over here as well, which hold in this radio. Like, this is the main brain of it all, so I just gotta undo that. So if you were just connecting up the Apple CarPlay, this would be it. But obviously I'm doing ambient light install, so I'm not going to fully pull all this out just yet. I'm just having a quick look at the spacing behind all of this. So I'm just going to look around that and bring out one of the light kits so I can plan what I'm going to do. So everyone, I've kind of routed around the wiring as the way I needed it, so I'll show you all what I've done. So I've got one of the ambient light LEDs just up through here, fed it down through the side over, and it's just come out through the bottom here. Connected that up. Now with the controls over here that are next to the gear shifter for like your eco, pro mode and stuff like that, you've got a grey and red wire here and a brown that's right next to it. I can't see which pin numbers they are. No, I can't tell which pin numbers they are, but the grey and red and the brown, that's alive. The grey and red is alive and the brown is the earth. Now those ones only come on and off with the headlights, so that's what I'm tapping into. It's the same on all the doors as well, so you just got to basically find those two. Now I've tapped into that for the main one, which is for this, and for the footwell light and the other center console light, I'm going to tap into the live and earth for the cigarette lighter. Only reason being is because it's easier to maneuver everything with the wires not all being connected to the same point here. So by doing that, it just gives me a little bit more flexibility. And following on from there, I'm basically going to now look at connecting this up. As you guys know, I normally splice into these and use these connectors here, these T connectors. They're really helpful. They make this job so much easier instead of having to solder and stuff like that. And it also means that everything's also removable in the future. So if I did ever want to, you know, quickly change anything around, it's just a matter of unclipping it and you don't have to like resolder or, you know, mess around with the wiring. So yeah, that's everything as it is at the moment. This LED, I fed through a gap underneath here and underneath this air vent that goes all the way to the back. So that's what that's come out through. So yeah, get these two in, and then I'm gonna basically press them into place and then just do the strip going across underneath here. If I can't do that one, I'll probably do it going all the way across the bottom of the radio, but ideally going across here at the top will be the nicest one. So fingers crossed we'll be able to get that done. Quickly forgot as well, actually, I'm just going to bring the radio out. The reason why I left everything in was to make sure that when I put that LED in, it wasn't going to cause any issues with the wiring. But from here I just need to find the clip for the Wi-Fi so I can connect this up into it. This looks to be like a little Wi-Fi antenna. But yeah, let's I'll put it in hyperlapse and we can just watch this all get done. So guys, up next, working on the door cards. I've already kind of started working on the others, but I'm going to show this door primarily as just this one. So I'm just going to set the camera up here, hoping the lighting is decent for you all. So underneath here, there's a bit of a groove. You just got to basically get your trim removal piece underneath there and start working it out. This can be quite awkward and fiddly, but the main thing to do here is just take your time. Don't rush it, and bit by bit you'll be able to just loosen it up. There we go. That's the first piece off. Next one is this one up here. So open the door handle a little bit, push this through, keep the door handle open. That's it. Underneath here, so in this three areas, you've got three different Torx 25s. Right, it's a T20. I'm just gonna go change my drill bit around. I've got the screwdriver here. So it's a T20 screw. Just undo these. If you do use a drill, make sure you don't use it at a high speed, because it's just not really good, because it kind of goes into plastic behind here. So you don't want it to cause any extra damage. So you got those three off, and then you got two at the bottom. So one just over here, and one just over here. Once you got that all off, basically everything you need to take off. I like to just start towards the bottom with the trim removal again. You guys know this is one of my favorite tools for this. Once you get a lot of it loose, the important thing to do here is kind of pull it towards you from that side, and then lift the door locking thing up. Stand up and then just start undoing the wiring that is connected to the door. Make a note of which wires go where as well, so you're not going to have an issue with that. Because this car has actually got a few extra pieces on it, it's got a few extra wires that I have to take off. There we go. So guys, at the rear doors, you've got this one connector here which goes to the window light switch. The grey and red here and the brown is what I've connected to for the live and earth for the remote here. Basically the same for the rear passenger door, the other rear side door and the front passenger door, because they only have that one connector. On the front driver's door, you can get a few more wires dangling around for like the bottom door light or the speaker, tweeter and stuff like that. But on this plug connector here, again, just locate the grey and red for the live and the brown next to it for the earth, and that's basically where we're going to set up the last connector. That's it. Get everything connected back up, put everything back together, and you'll be good to go with the door card. And what I've done with the door card here, I'll show you. As you can see with the trim, it's all going across there, but the important part is at the back here. So over here I've drilled a hole. I think I've done that with a, I think it was a 6mm drill bit, and fed the cable for the fiber optic tube to come through. And there we've got the ambient light connected up. This is just left with just that part now. And yeah, that's the only thing you have to do, and then you just take it along that way. You can feed it back out this way, but you don't really need to. You can just tuck it in behind the trim. But that's that. Right, time to put the doors back together, and then basically done, dusted. The rest of the car is all looking nice and crisp. Hey everyone, I can't believe I just done this. I know I have to just do a quick little voiceover right now and interrupt the video. I can't believe that while I was basically doing all of the time-lapse video, I filmed this part in the time-lapse as well. Oh, it's so annoying. But with regards to the ambient light install, over the moon. The owner of the car was completely over the moon, and we are still in touch, and we are going to basically set up a video in the near future as well, where I basically get to drive around in his M140i, and also we're going to do a couple of more mods to it. So it's kind of cool, and it's great to have his car onto the channel and actually build that new friendship as well. But yeah, right, let's quickly, I'm just going to talk over what has happened and what we were talking about at the time. So I'm quickly just showing you guys around what the ambient lights look like and getting his reaction and stuff like that. But yeah, the ambient lights came out really nice. I wish I got some better footage of it right now. I should have checked over all my footage. It came out so clean. I think in this video as well, you can actually tell pretty nicely what it all ends up looking like. Again, with the color changing and stuff, you can barely notice it there with the lights all off. So it really does look fantastic. Right, ready when you are. Oh. Woo. How good does that sound, everybody? Right, we're just gonna get the cars lined up in front. Let's get some nice photos. Okay, just bring it this way. You're all good? That's it. Which way do you want to park it? It's up to you. Here we go, everyone. We've got all the cars lined up. Looks good?
Perfect, honestly. I don't even know what to say about it, literally.
It's good against all the other cars as well now. Fits right at home. Until next time, and I'll take the car out properly then. Alright then, drive safe. Woo, looks good. Ooh. So everyone, it's time to wrap up the video right now, and I just want to say thank you for getting to this point. I hope you all did like the video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, because again, it's always those little things that help us creators out. It will make my life a little bit easier and better with getting YouTube to push the videos for me. I'm so close to hitting 5,000 subscribers, and it's my personal goal to try and get as close to that as I can by the end of the year. If not, ideally surpass it and get past 5,000 subscribers. So if you found this video helpful, if you found the video entertaining and get inspired by it, then please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you all in the next video. Peace out. Bye.